the all-new 2015 Chrysler 200. I want to thank, of course, Chrysler, Mr. Andy Love, Kathy Graham, and Lisa Barrow for bringing the beautiful cars and joining us for this wonderful luncheon we're going to have. The vehicles, Lisa's gonna do some introductions and present the vehicles and talk to you about what's happening today. But you will be able to drive the vehicles after lunch. So we're looking forward for you guys to get into the vehicles, really drive them. They're amazing, and you're really going to enjoy them. In terms of last Thursday, Topless in Miami, we want to thank you. I think it turned out to be a very wonderful event. Thanks for participating the whole day. The weather got cooperated like we're doing today, so thank you. It was a fantastic event and great feedback, and I'm seeing a lot of reviews coming out. In terms of the treasury department, we are very healthy still. We're at $10,000, so it's looking good. We have survived Topless in Miami. Things are looking good. Unfortunately, our president and vice president could not be here. As you well know, Bill Adams in Canada, taking a little break. And Mr. Paul Boarding is in Tampa right now with the family. So they all do send their regards and their thanks to you guys for being here. I'm going to pass it on to Pepe. Wants to say a couple words.
Hello. We have all the pictures on Topless in Miami on the web. As you know, we also have the domain toplessinmiami.com. We have also a few videos. I have one from Al Vasquez and Pepe Forte. So if you have any material you want to send in, please do so. We're very happy to put it out on the web. And that's it. Thank you.
And of course, anything that you guys do that we can work together with a wonderful sponsor for your outlets, your magazines, your newspapers, any stories for today, we'd really appreciate it as well. So here we are. We're going to pass the microphone to the one and only Lisa Barrow.
So I know that you all know that I'm very happy today because I'm back in Miami. It's been way too long. I'm sorry I missed Topless. I have it on my calendar to ask ahead of time what the date is, so I'll be here next year, promise. So looking forward to that. I'd like to kick things off with some good news about the company. May marked our 50th consecutive month of year-over-year sales gains, and a big shout out to the Jeep brand. Their sales were up 58%. It was the best month ever for that brand, so it's really good news for the company. So things keep getting better and better. So we're happy about that too. But today we're here to talk about the all-new Chrysler 200. Right here. Just went on sale in May, and advertising for the car just started a little over a week ago, so you may have seen something on TV or print. And also, if you're a fan of the TV show 24 on Fox, makes regular appearances in the show as well, so keep an eye out for that. But we have a lot to tell you, and we have a couple of folks that are in from Michigan to tell you more and to introduce them. Andy Love is Senior Manager for the Chrysler 200, and Kathy Graham is Product PR Manager for C and D segment vehicles, and Kathy's going to take it on.
All right.
Thank you, Lisa. And like Lisa, I am very happy to be here in Miami instead of Michigan today, so thanks for letting me attend. I think I won in office roulette today for where I'm at. So a couple of things. So Lisa gave you the good news about our sales and that we're really excited about. Another point that I think is really important is we've had those 50 consecutive months of sales increases without a true competitive player in the largest segment in the market, which is mid-size sedans. So that's one of the reasons we're so excited about the 200 today. So I'm just going to give you guys a quick overview on some points that we think are important, and then Andy, who knows more about the car than me, is going to go into more detail with why we think it's an important car and why we think it's really a player in the segment now. So I'm going to give you some numbers. The first one is $1 billion. That's the investment we made in our Sterling Heights assembly plant in Michigan, where this car is built. It's basically all new from the ground up, and Andy's got more details on that. We have a 9-speed transmission standard in all the models of this car. We're the only company that offers that in the mid-size sedan segment. 2.4 and 184. Our 2.4-liter 4-cylinder engine powers all the cars, all the models as the standard engine. It's 184 horsepower. And then 3.6 and 295 is our optional V6 Pentastar engine. And the 295 horsepower is best in class. So that's something in this segment where the sport segment is growing that we think is really important for buyers that are interested more on the performance side of the market. 36 is the highway fuel economy of our 4-cylinder engine, standard in all the cars. That's a 5 mile per gallon improvement from the outgoing car. So we're really proud our engineers worked that hard and were able to get that kind of improvement. 32 is the highway miles per gallon of our V6. It's a carryover engine, and that's a 3 mile per gallon improvement for the outgoing car. So fuel economy is important in this segment, and it was important to us when we were developing the vehicle as well. 60 is the number of safety and security features in the vehicle. There's a number of class exclusive safety and security features that Andy's going to get into. 800 is the number of jobs that we've added at our plant at the Sterling Heights Assembly Plant as a result of this vehicle and the success of the outgoing model the last few years. So that's great news because that was a plant that in bankruptcy was scheduled to close, and the company actually bought it back and kept it open with this new product. And then last, $21,700 is the entry-level price of the new 200. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Andy, who's going to give you a lot more details.
Oh, if you guys want to move down to the cars. And there's umbrellas if you want to stay out of the sun.
I won't. Everyone I think we got umbrellas too if anyone wants to stay out of the shade. I haven't seen the sun in the last 6 months in Michigan, so I may melt right here in 10 minutes. But a little upset too that I didn't know about this topless in Miami thing. I really like to come back for that, whatever that is. No, very excited to be here and talk about this car. This car really has been my life over the last 2.5, 3 years, taking it basically from, concept on a piece of paper to what you see today. So I think you guys saw our May 6th Investor Day pitch. Chrysler is going to be the mainstream car brand for the company. And where better to start but in the biggest segment in the country with this vehicle. And this is, the standard midsize segment is roughly 1 out of every 6 sales. And that's in all segments, truck, minivan, SUV. So if you think about that, it's a massive opportunity, and obviously we need to have a solid competitor in it. So that's why we put so much into this vehicle. We started, it's got an Alfa Romeo Giulietta chassis, same one that Power Start and Cherokee, modified obviously for America. And on top of this, we really did start the plan. We redid the previous cars, reinvested, and were able to hire a second shift. And really, that allowed us time and money to reinvest in the plant. We did spend over $1 billion making Sterling Heights in Michigan that plant one of the most advanced plants in our entire portfolio. We have an all-new 1 million square foot body shop. Frankly, there was a parking lot next to the building that we built this all-new body shop on, and it's state-of-the-art, over 1,000 new robots. You got a lot of things into like laser welding, so you get this nice laser brazed roof, so you don't get that that ditch with that plastic strip all the way across it. We have an all-new metrology center in there that measures all the body assemblies with 3D scanners to make sure they're holding up as production goes. And then we also build an all-new paint shop. It's almost 1 million square feet as well with all the levels. It's got 3 different paint booths. One that can do full tri-coat, just an amazing color, a tri-coat white. And again, just amazing facility. The plant manager's motto for this new facility is really, hospitals are dirty in comparison. You really clean off the floor in this place, and it's true. And it pervades all the way down to the workers, which is amazing because all of these people, were basically going to be out of jobs. Kathy talked about it, but that was a plant that was going to be closed. All these workers, weren't going to be able to put food on the table for their families. Now we've reinvested in the plant, and they're working in a state-of-the-art facility. So it really is all the way down to their level that they've taken hold. So on that, we also spent a lot of time on the design. Sergio challenged all the design houses in the building, whether it was Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, to design a mid-size car for Chrysler. And actually, funny enough, the Chrysler house actually won that design. It was good. It was a little bit of competition for these guys. And we started with the new front end. We wanted to put a new front end on the car that was we call it a new face for the Chrysler brand, one that wasn't instantly recognizable as a Chrysler, but the one we could then put on future Chryslers as we go. Obviously, we didn't know to the extent of which 2 years ago, obviously Sergio did, but we did not. So you'll see this new floating badge, this new floating wing badge, and these two different Mobius strips are design language that you're going to see start to, sorry, I'm cutting it out. You're going to start to see merge onto future Chryslers as we go. We also did a lot of things, little things, like in the headlights, we moved the parking lights out of the headlight into the wheel well. See that orange and yellow reflective stripe? It's one of the things that just makes the headlight look a little worse, frankly. So you take it out of the headlights, you get that nice monochromatic front end with the headlights. And we also have these nice smooth LED DRLs, HID headlights, and also LED fogs that are available. We did a lot on the side design of the car. We have 17, 18, 19-inch wheels available. And we really focused hard too on the C-pillar of the car. I mean, the C-pillar is a real, almost like coupe-like appearance, and it goes into a nice, real short deck lid, almost an integrated rear spoiler look. And then we have these beautiful LED, these are smooth, dispersed LED lights that, frankly, originally we were only going to put on the top two trims, but we're able to find a way in packaging to get it standard on every trim in the class. And then, if you have an S model or a V6, you also get this nice integrated dual exhaust on the back. So we think whether coming or going, it's got a unique, distinctive look, one that is going to stand out. Something that we really focused hard on is the interior, though. I mean, this is largely a commuter segment, right? This is back and forth to work everyday car. So what the customers told us is that the interiors are paramount. They need to be very ergonomic, user-friendly, almost stress-reducing, if they could put it in words. And so what we started with was, and feel free to get into cars, they're wide open. What we started with was our 9-speed with rotary dial E-shift. So we have a nice rotary dial that's a full E-shift. It's the first application for Chrysler of a full E-shift. And what that does is it takes the packaging of a traditional shifter from the size of a shoebox down to the size of a fist. So what that allows us to do is two things. One, it allows us to put all the controls where they should be, right at arm's reach. So all the redundant controls for the radio, the HVAC, are all right at hand's reach, right at the end of the armrest. And then it also allows us to open up the center console completely. We have the most storage in class as a result. We have a hidden, not really hidden, but it's a unique pass-through that goes underneath the shifter. Even our designers have put a little Easter eggs in these cars, and they have a nice outline of the city of Detroit imprinted on that map. We also have the cup holders shift back to reveal a hidden media center underneath, and then even the glove box, frankly, is massive. Ron Burgundy would probably put 10,000 packs of gum in the seat, the whole arm in there. So we have real proud of that. We're also real proud of our radios. We have our most advanced Uconnect radios in this car. Uconnect has been, frankly, a great radio. We think it's one of the best in the segment, best in all segments. I don't think we do a good job of marketing it, so we're really going to ramp that up so customers are more aware of it. But the first things that we focus on with Uconnect is that the radios work and that they're intuitive and easy to use. Because we find as all these features come out, and there's all these great features, you can do text to talk, you can do voice recognition, one stack for navigation, there's 3D navigation. But if customers don't understand how to use it and find it, it's completely worthless. So all of our radios are easy to use and intuitive, but they also have all the unique features of, text to talk, both incoming, outgoing. It does have 3D navigation. You can also turn this car into a Wi-Fi hotspot. If you get the nav, it already has an embedded cell in it. So if you go on a trip with your kids, you can turn it on for a day, a week, a month, whatever suits your trip needs. So that's it from an interior side. From a powertrain standpoint, we have two engines on this vehicle. We have the standard 2.4-liter multi-air 2 engine. It's 184 horse and does put out 36 miles per gallon. And that is standard across the board on all front-wheel drive models. And then you can opt up to our award-winning Pentastar V6 that does put out 295 horse. It's the same engine that we had in the old vehicle, but with the new induction system, you're getting 12 more horsepower in this car, 295, it's best in class, and we're getting more fuel economy, as Captain talked about, with 32 miles per gallon. So you're getting a more powerful and better performing engine when it's paired with that 9-speed transmission. And then we have an all-new all-wheel drive system, which I know isn't terribly exciting in Miami necessarily, but what we're really focusing on this all-wheel drive system is not the fact that it's just good in all weather. We really focus on being a better performing car. So on the all-wheel drive, it is fully disconnecting. So if you don't need it, it doesn't turn on. If the temperature drops below 40, If your windshield wipers come on, it'll start to already activate. And you can also turn it on with our sport mode, which is the 5th position on that shifter. But one of the unique things is it can shift 60% of the torque to the rear wheels. So it'll make it feel like a rear-wheel drive car and a front-wheel drive chassis. So it's a very exciting platform that we think really you could buy anywhere because it's going to be a better performing vehicle for you. Outside of powertrain, we got safety. So as Kathy talked about, we have 60 safety and security features. It's the most in the segment currently. We have 4 unique ones. We have adaptive cruise with full stop. This car here has all those features added to it. So when you get the adaptive cruise with full stop, if you're on the freeway, it'll take the car all the way down to 0 without you touching anything, as long as traffic is slowing it at a normal rate. If there's a panic stop, you will need to touch something. But it will slow the car all the way down to 0 and then take back off, hitting the resume button if traffic picks back up. So you can use it in everyday traffic. And that is unique. And then we also have forward collision warning. Plus, you guys saw the Super Bowl commercial with the Hyundai Genesis, and the dad was saving the kid right before he hit something, and then the car stopped itself. This has the same feature. So at low speeds, below 15 miles an hour, if a car pulls out in front of you, you don't have to touch anything, the car will automatically stop itself so you don't get it. It also has perpendicular and parallel park assist. Perpendicular is unique to us. And then one of the things that we have on the car that's standard across the board with our electronic park brake, which doesn't sound very sexy, is safe hold. So if you're pulling up to your driveway and you forget to put the car in park and get out, the car will know that you've done all these things and automatically apply the e-brake so you don't go through your garage door or back over something. And that's standard on every trim, and that is unique to us as well. And then we have all the other requisite, safety features that everyone else has in this segment. We also have lane departure with assist. So if you start drifting out of your lane, this car will pull you back into the lane. You can adjust that, you can turn it off, you can adjust the severity to which it does this, but that is available as well. From a trim lineup standpoint, we have 4 trims. One of the things with Chrysler is we've tried to be easy to understand, easy to order. With our dealers, getting more and more vehicles having success, their showrooms really haven't grown. So they only have the same square footage to sell these great vehicles. So the cars need to be easy to order and easy to understand. So these only have about 300 different configurations in them. We have our standard LX, which as Kathy said is $21,700. That is without destination, but that is a $95 price decrease from the same vehicle we had last year. With 5 miles per gallon better fuel economy, we added keyless enter and go on that car, standard with push button start. We're the only ones with those 2 things standard. And you do get the wonderful 9-speed with that rotary dial and the entire interior on that car. Going from there, we have our Limited. Limited is priced at $23,255. We think it'll be the volume vehicle for this car. It does have a lot of great features on the outside. You get 17-inch aluminum wheels, you get chrome surrounds. On the interior, you get a nice 5-inch touchscreen with Bluetooth, so you can do a lot of text to talk, wireless streaming on that. And then you can opt out to sunroof, you can opt out to 18-inch wheels, and things like that. Then we kind of go to our Y strategy, and it's kind of appropriate that these are positioned like this. This segment is so big that we don't think you can cater to all the customers in it with just a good, better, best trim lineup. Because what happens with this segment is so big, you get young people coming in that maybe they don't have any kids or just getting married. We lose them in the middle when they get 2 or 3 kids, and then we get them back at the end when they're empty nesters and they want a mid-sized car that's the right size and has some great features. So the S is the next price car, and that really goes after that young male. It's $24,495, and the S is the sporty one of the lineup. And when you get the S, you're going to get all that sportiness. You're going to get fog lamps, you're going to get dual exhaust, you're going to get paddle shifters, sport mode, all standard. You get a little bit more higher bolstered seat, and then you can opt up on this car to get the V6, the 295 horsepower. You can get the all-wheel drive, which is standard with V6. You can get a dual pane sunroof. You can get that wonderful 8.4-inch radio, which is the biggest in the class. It's all available on this car. We think that will go great with this segment. I mean, if you look at it for our northern states, 295 horsepower all-wheel drive car with a 9-speed paddle sport mode starting at $29,600 is thousands less than you'll find that kind of a car in this segment. So we're real excited about that. And then the C is more the premium lineup. It's the premium trim. It's $25,995, which we think is a great price point. It comes with these beautiful standard heated Napa leather seats. So this goes after the person that's looking for all those creature comforts. So on the inside of the car, you get dual ATC, you get remote start, you get a beautiful 7-inch reconfigurable cluster between the dials. And then on like on S, you can opt up on C to get the V6. You can get all-wheel drive, the built-in sunroof. But you also get two things